a live global summit on August 12th that Jim's going to be speaking at. And we're going to hear probably a lot from his new book, which I'm just so excited for. Hopefully everybody gets to read it. And also your podcast. He offers so many incredible online experiences to really learn and disrupt the education system, which I'm so grateful for. So Jim, I just want to do this live to celebrate you and all that you do and let more people know about the work that you're doing. For anybody watching that has, I know this is a loaded question, but if their goal is, I want to learn how to master my mind, what's one of the first things that you would tell them to try out?
Yeah, well, again, it's great to see you also. I know you come from a family of brainiacs, and we also have this love for empowering people, both through mind and body. And so, when we're talking about the most powerful technology on the planet, it has to be the human mind, right? The sky is not the limit. Our minds are the limit. And what I've learned over the past 3 decades of teaching this, helping people to learn faster, read faster, improve their memory, their focus, concentration, is that the majority of limits are actually learned. We pick them up, and limits in our mindset, limits in our belief of what's possible, what we believe we deserve, what we believe we're capable of, or limits in our motivation for people who struggle with procrastination, or maybe just limits in just old strategies of whatever, strategies for eating, or strategies for movement, or strategies for relationships, or for,
I love that you said that. And we have some people saying they love your book, like they love you. So this is so cool, and agreeing that like the limits are the things that we place on ourselves. Would you agree with the statement that it's really not about necessarily learning so much, it's about unlearning all of the maybe flawed things that we've been taught from a young age?
I do believe that. I do. I mean, we resonate. I actually got goosebumps when you said that. I call them truth bumps. I take people through in the book, and we'll talk about this on this Wednesday on unlimiting yourself, how to unlimit the borders and boundaries that hold you back. Because I talk about these lies, these common lies that we tell ourselves. And a lie for me is an acronym that stands for limited, idea, entertained. It's a lie. It's limited. It's not the truth. It's a limited idea that we're entertaining and we're giving energy. It's not true that you're not smart enough, or that you have a horrible memory, or that you're not worth, that. But it's something that was imprinted on us. And so a lot of even being productive, it's not about doing more. It's actually about doing less of the things that get in our ways. I noticed somebody here was talking about they're tired a lot, and it's maybe you're not burnt out or tired because you're doing too much. Maybe you feel burnt out because you're doing too little of the things that make you come alive, right? That make you feel that light you up. More. Yeah, the things that light you up and put you on fire.
Well, and I love your story about how you got told from a young age that you were limited, and you took that and you said, whoa. That's limited in what perspective? Because I think, and this is a constant quest for me, is that we all have our own superpowers, and they're all different. And maybe the thing that is like your curse is actually your biggest blessing if you allow it to be. And I think your story is so resonant to that, mine as well. And so many people, so everyone watching, asking the question and diving into Jim's work of like, what is a superpower that I might have that somebody told me was something that was limitation, what actually might be one of your biggest blessings. And in that context, how have you felt that in your experience, and how do you teach that?
I think, first of all, thank you for all the love that's here for both of us. Here from my community, follow Rachel, and just let's connect, because we all need people that encourage us and challenge us and cheerlead for us and whisper greatness to us. And so I believe a lot of it is not just our neurological networks, but our social networks, and with social media allows us to connect with so many great individuals. When people see me on stages, I would do these demonstrations where I'll have 50 or 100 people stand up in an audience and introduce themselves, and I'll memorize all their names, or 100 numbers. Or 100
I've witnessed
words.
That before.
And I always tell people, I don't do this. I don't do this to impress you. I do this really to express to you what's possible, because the truth is we all could do this. We all have these superpowers. We just were not taught. We were just taught these lies that somehow we're limited, and we're not taught how to. And the reason why I know it's possible is, as you mentioned, I grew up with learning challenges. When I was 9, a teacher pointed to me in front of the whole class and said, "That's the boy with the broken brain." And so the series of traumatic brain injuries led to focus issues, memory issues. Took me the extra 3 years to learn how to read. So it's very challenging, but it's interesting how your struggles can become strengths, as you're talking about. That my two biggest challenges growing up were learning and public speaking. And life has a sense of humor because that's all I do is I public speak on this thing called
That's
learning.
all you do.
Yeah. So
And you're one of the best in the world at it now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, how many people here can relate to that, where your mess has become your message? Your struggle has become your strength, and because I believe in Limitless, and I know many of you have it, there's a quote in here that says, life is the C between B and D. Life is C between B and D. B is birth, D is death, and C, life, is choice. Choice. Think about the power that we have to make choices in our life. That these difficult times can define us, these difficult times can diminish us, or these difficult times can develop us. We decide with the choices and the decisions we make every single day. And so even the choice to tune in to our live broadcast that we're doing, in a couple of days, and just get some, entertainment, some education, some empowerment. I think now people ask all the time, how do you overcome, how do you become limitless in a limited world? And my answer really simply is we do it together. We do it together. That while viruses and fear is contagious, so is positivity and so is performance, so is hope. And when we come together like this and we all share ideas to inspire, to instruct, I think we all need people like that. We all need somebody like that. And if we haven't found that person, be that person for somebody else, especially be that person for yourself.
For yourself. I couldn't agree more, Jim. And I love, I think it was Mother Teresa who said, she got invited to a march for war. And she was like, I'm not interested, but if there's ever a march for peace, I'll be there in a heartbeat, basically. And that same context of like, there is so much fear being placed into the world right now, but that's why we need these people, like everybody watching, to be like, you know what, I'm going to spread as much hope and as much love and as much, empowerment as possible. And really education, education that there's so many more ways for us to perceive the world and experience the world and educate the world than we might have been taught. And that's why people like you are so incredible. And I'm just so grateful for the work that you're doing. And for everybody watching, this is a very quick, Jim's got to go pretty soon. But on August 12th, we're doing a live global summit where Jim's going to just teach. And it's going to be really incredible. So you definitely just click the link in my bio to sign up. And it's all about how to think faster, hack performance, and master your mind. So it's going to be awesome.
I'll make sure I put the link also in my swipe up Insta story also as well. But I appreciate you for the same reason. We all need people right now not to dim themselves. So many people dim because they're afraid of shining bright into somebody's eyes. Maybe it's a family member or a friend.
Yes.
And sometimes we give our family or friends. Yes. Sometimes we give them the power to hold us back. Not that they have the power, but we give them the power because we care about their expectations or their opinions. And the truth is, it's not a pleasant conversation, but when we're taking our final breaths, other people's opinions and our fears, none of that's going to matter. What's going to matter is how we loved, how we learned, how we laughed, how we lived, right? Yes. And so come from that place.
I love that you said that. I often, when I'm stressing out over, not getting something done or feeling these feelings of, oh man, I'm not doing enough. I think about what I'd actually think about on my deathbed. When I'm on my deathbed, am I going to be concerned that I didn't send another email? Or am I going to be more concerned about the fact, like, did I fully live my life? Did I fully enjoy my experiences? Did I fully love the people? And so I think that concept is just so huge. And I don't think we think about it enough because we forget that we're not immortal and anything could happen at any moment.
And that's a reminder first of all, we have one life. Why aren't we running towards our dreams like we're on fire? And the other thing is to, make sure that you reach out to your loved ones, for those of you, we all have loved ones that that have passed, but it's a reminder that, those words, to be able to say it and show it. And I think that's important. It's another just reminder.
Absolutely. And that concept of like, what do you want to be remembered as? Like I've sat with that question for a long time, and I'd love to learn from you, Jim, what yours was. But a while ago, mine was, I wanted to do all these things, and more so now, like I really want to be remembered as someone that you said, like someone who fully enjoyed their life so much that they lit everybody else up to enjoy their life, you know, and
Well,
to fully live it.
yeah, well, I could tell you, you're doing that already. So thank you for that. This is the thing. It's when everybody's thinking about this. Like a lot of people, when there's difficulty or there's a decision or there's doubt, you know, a lot of people think, what do I need to do? I would challenge everybody to ask yourself a different question. Instead of asking yourself, what do I need to do? Ask yourself, take a pause, take a breath, and say, who do I need to be in this moment? You know, it's not like, what do I need to do? You know, it's kind of cliche, but it's true. We're not human doings, we're human beings. But instead of if you face this difficulty or decision, you know, instead of, or some difficult times, instead of just going, what do I need to do to get out of this or to fix this? That's a great question. But even I think it's a better place to start is, who do I need to be at this moment? You know, do I need to be patient? Do I need to be kind? Do I need to be compassionate? Do I need to be loving? Do I need to be determined? And the doing will take care of itself, right? It'll happen naturally. The success question is be, do, have, share. Ask yourself, who do I need to be, right? Be, do, have, share. Because a lot of people try to go to the have place, you know, take lottery winners. They play, you know, and no judgment, but if somebody plays the lottery, they win the lottery even, and then they lose it all. And that's been shown. People who win the lottery, they lose all of it and more because they automatically have millions of dollars, but they were never being a millionaire and doing what millionaires do. So they try to shortcut that. And I would just remind everybody, the goal is you be, so then you know, then you could do, then you could have, and then you have more to share. I think the formula for all of us is we learn so we can earn, so we can return. Learn, earn, and then return. And I feel like how I want to be remembered, you know, what's most important to me is that I encouraged one person who felt like they were like me, who felt like, you know, that they were broken, that they felt like that they were limited. And for some reason, maybe they connected with our podcast, book, you know, some of our videos or social media posts or something. In that moment, they felt like they felt hope and the real help. That there was that there was somebody that was there that was encouraging them, that knows what it feels like to feel like they're not enough, to be labeled, you know, in all these different ways, and that, you know, and then you liberate yourself out of that. And the key, small, simple steps. You don't have to do it all at once. I mean, haven't you noticed for yourself? It's just the treasure we seek is hidden in the work we're avoiding sometimes, and sometimes it can be so intimidating. But just taking small, simple steps, because little by little, a little becomes a lot, right? Even that thing that people are thinking about, oh, I want to get 1 million followers on, you know, or I want to make, you know, all the money online, or I want to find my perfect soulmate and live happily ever after, or I want to have the perfect body. Just break it down. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's too hard. The goal is not to be perfect. Limitless is not about being perfect. It's about progressing and advancing beyond what you believe is possible. And I think how we do it, we go back to making a choice. Who do we want to be in this moment? That's a choice. You know, what you're going to eat is a choice. And here's the other thing, and I know we're going to talk about this on the 12th. Everything is practice. You know, practice makes progress. Practice makes permanent, not perfect.
Not perfection.
Everything we're doing.
Not possible.
Exactly. Everything we're doing on a regular basis, we're practicing something. So, you know, if it's reacting in anger to somebody when we're stressed, we're practicing being angry, right? If it's eating we'll talk about some of the best brain foods, you know, that's practice. You know, if it's going for a walk, you know, and doing movement like you and Amelia do, so you inspire. And happy birthday to him, by the way, also as well.
I'll tell him.
Give him my best. But you are living examples as your body moves. You and I have talked about this. As your body moves, your brain grooves. You're practicing being alive. Because think about it, something that doesn't move, I mean, like, you know, eventually when we get to that point, you know, there's not a lot of life there. So, you know, be movement. Someone put meditation here. That's you're practicing being in the moment, practicing being focused. Everything we're doing is practicing something. And it could be practicing, you know, binge watching something. And I mean, no judgment at all, but we're always training.
Yes, and I love this concept too, that it's a lot of compassion for me rather than beating myself up. Whenever I'm starting to implement a new pattern or habit, I have to take that moment. I encourage everyone watching to try this out. It really helps me. This concept of, we've gotten really good at practicing less optimal habits, right? So if it's really difficult for me to implement a new habit, I can have a second where I take compassion and be like, wait. I've been practicing for 20, 30, maybe even 40 years. at practicing a bad habit. So of course it's going to take some time for me to implement a better habit. And that's just been really cool to think about, like you said, whether we're practicing anger or practicing love, or whether we're practicing movement or sedentariness, like it's a practice. And that one awareness, I think, creates so much empowerment to be like, oh wait, I don't have to just try and do everything different. It's like, let me just practice something a little bit different than what I'm doing before.
Yeah. And everything you just listed there, whether it's movement or it's meditation or in gratitude, or if it's any of these you're talking about, they're all free. You know, kindness and being loving is free. So we should be sprinkling that stuff everywhere.
That's so true. I love that so much. And Jim, I want to be respectful of your time because I know you have to go. So everybody watching, please just send Jim so much love and light and awesome energy, because he needs it for all the work that he's doing in the world.
And
we hope
remind people about the 12 so
yes,
they find
absolutely.
them for people just tuning in.
Yep, for everyone tuning in, we're doing, this is just a little quick teaser, but Jim's going to be teaching a really powerful live free global summit on August 12th, August 12th at 4 p.m. PST. We also have an incredible music performance. It's going to be a really transformative event, so I hope everybody comes. You can go to our stories and swipe up, and or go to the link in my bio, and you'll find it there. But yeah, it's going to be really awesome. So, and tell your friends, because the more people we share, right? Like, I love this concept of, you know, if you share Jim's book, or if you share this event that we're doing with one person, that event or book or podcast literally might change somebody's entire life. And so that one act of kindness, that one act of love creates ripples effect in the world. So I think, like, never hesitate to share something that is inspiring you, because when you're inspired and you inspire someone else with that same thing, that's how we shift consciousness. That's how we really make positive change in the world in a very doable way.
Yeah,
so,
we do it together for sure. So everyone who's watching, you know, wish you lots of life, lots of love, lots of laughter, and always lots of learning. And I can't wait to see everybody on our live. Take care, Rachel.
I love it. I'm gonna do your pose right here. Right, this is so I can right here.
Yeah,
I'll
people take a screenshot.
That in a picture.
Yeah,
I will.
People do that. Amazing.
Awesome.
If people take a picture of that and tag both of us and share it, and let us know one small, simple step that you could do to make your world or the world a better place. But again, I'll leave with this. Our life is like an egg. If an egg is broken by an outside force, life ends. But when an egg is broken by an inside force, life begins. Great things begin on the inside. And everyone watching this, if you are watching this, you have greatness inside of you, and you have genius inside of you. And the world needs it more than ever. So thank everybody who's watching.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jim. Just sending you so much love and light. And I'll see you on the 12th at our event. And hopefully everybody here will see you there as well. So much love, guys.
Bye now.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That was so incredible. And thank you, Jim, for taking that time to share with us. And I hope you guys took away as much as I did. You know, Jim is so good at saying things in a way that is so beautifully eloquent and powerful, so that we can really remember it and it lands in us. And this event, again, is August 12th at 4 p.m. PST. If you can go to the link in my bio and or just swipe up on either my stories or Jim's stories, it's going to be really, really incredible. Again, it's all about how to think faster, hack performance, and master your mind. And we also have a really incredible musical performance that's going to enhance everything. So I'm really excited to see you guys there. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And again, just like Jim said, go be that light that the world needs, because you do have greatness within you. You have a lot of it. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And one of my favorite quotes, and I'll end with this, is saying, be careful what you choose to believe, because what you believe becomes who you are. So if you believe that you're limited, that's exactly what we're going to experience. But if we believe that we are limitless and there's a way, maybe haven't figured it out yet, but there is a way where we can tap into our greatness and expand it in a way that empowers the whole world, then that's what we'll get to experience, because we have that belief. And sometimes it's really hard. It can be very challenging if you believed something your whole life to all of a sudden flip that. But I would just encourage you all, just like Jim said, ask questions. Like, the quality of the questions we ask ourselves pretty much determines the quality of our life. So learning to ask really powerful questions, just like Jim said, a question that we might all ask is, what do I need to do? But maybe a more powerful question that could literally change the whole trajectory of your experience is, who do I need to be? And that one question alone, just if we could all ask ourselves, and give me like some love if you were like, yeah, I'm going to ask myself that, like, who do you need to be today to create the things you want to create in the world? And I know for me, like when I'm in a state of frustration, I can take a breath and say, wait, who do I need to be right now? Take a deep breath and be like, all right, I need to be a person that is love. I need to be a type of person that is empowering. I need to be a type of person that is inspiring. So I love that question, and just give me a little comment or some hearts if you guys are like, yes, I'm in. I'm like down to ask this question on a regular basis. Who do I need to be in this moment to create what I want to create in the world? Whether that's creating of relationships, creating of wealth, creating of health. Who do I need to be in this moment to create that experience? If you take anything else away from this live, if it's that one thing, that literally that one awareness could change the whole trajectory of your entire life experience. And again, we're going to be talking at length about this in the actual experience on August 12th, 4 p.m. PST. Jim Kwik is going to be teaching, and we also have Beautiful Minds involved. We also have an amazing musical performance, and my partner in crime, Henry Amar. It's going to be really incredible. So I hope I see you guys there. If you have any questions, please just let me know. And I love that everybody's saying, yes, I'm in, let's do this 100%. So much love to everybody around the world. The past couple of months have been really interesting, I think, for everybody in the world. And I just think the more we can understand this concept that we talk a lot about in our Transform My Life program, again, if anybody's interested, it's just tmllife.com, tmllife.com. We talk about this at length on powerful, practical ways to transform your fear into action. And I'll even write that down in the comments, but it's tmllife.com. This concept of what you focus on expands. So if I'm focusing on everything that I could be afraid of, then I'm going to feel a lot of fear. And that's going to be my experience. And that's the things that I want to project and also create in the world. But if I can focus on everything that I could possibly think of love and light and possibilities and opportunities, then that's what I'm going to experience. Even when I was talking about that, did you guys feel a shift? Like this feeling of, wait, I can shift my focus. I can master my mind, and it's just a muscle. Just like you develop a bicep muscle, you can literally develop the skill of mastering your mind. And this concept of whatever you put your focus on, that is what you're going to continue to feel and can expand in your world. So the more that you can focus, understanding, again, sometimes, have you ever had this experience where you feel really angry or frustrating about something and you're like, I can't get myself to focus on anything else? That's that muscle, that the more we practice that and develop that muscle, it gets easier and easier to shift your focus and focus on all the things that you might be missing, right? Have you ever had that experience where 100 people said something nice about you, but one person said something not so great about you, and what do you focus on? Usually the default mode is to go to that one person that said something pretty mean about you, but that's the skill, right? If I focused on that one person that said some mean things about me, I wouldn't be able to move forward. I wouldn't be able to have all the gifts and share all the gifts that I've developed over the years. But if I focus on the 100 nice things that were said about me, I'm going to feel so much better. I'm going to feel empowered. I'm going to feel inspired. I'm going to feel supported. So it really is this muscle that we can build. And I hope that, if you want to get our program at tmllife.com or the live event that we're going to be doing, and or books that you read or podcasts or anything that you listen to, just to continue to learn and grow and realize that this, just like Jim said, is a muscle that we can master, or at least begin to master or get stronger at. This ability to shift our focus, that no matter what's going on in our world, that we'll always be able to shift our focus to something that's going to change our state of being so that we can be the kind of person that we want to be. And part of that is asking great questions. Like Jim said, again, who do I need to be right now to be able to create the life experiences that I want to create? And it's a check-in, like every moment. It's a check-in, right? So I just empower you guys, and again, be like, okay, I'm down, let's do this. I'm just creating this challenge for all of us right now, myself included, because I'm not perfect and I get frustrated and I get stressed out and I get things that come up. But it's what we do in this moment, every now new moment, that makes a difference for our entire life experience. So again, who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences that I want to create in the world? Give me like a yes, I'm in. And also, again, if you're in for the event August 12th at 4 p.m. PST with Jim Kwik, just give us a yes, I signed up. I'm gonna be there because I really want to see all you guys. And if you have any particular questions, you can always email me and or DM us so that we can make sure that, you know, we send those questions to Jim and to myself and to Henry so that we can really answer those questions. We got yes, I'm in from Sapara, from DK4X, yes, CAGR11. Anybody that's like, yes, I'm in for the event and this challenge of who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experience I want to create, let us know. Like both and both, just say, yes, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in. We're getting people saying, yes, I'm in from around the world. This is so cool, you guys. So excited. One, to do this challenge with you and also to see you at the event on August 12th. And everybody here, you guys, we're creating this empowering community online, which is so incredible because, you know, again, let's just take a second of gratitude that we even have this ability, right? Years ago, like we'll say 50 years ago, this was not possible. Like literally it was not possible. So it's so important to take that moment of gratitude. Like I'm so grateful to get to connect with you guys and to do something that wasn't possible even 50 years ago. And what a gift it is to be able to create this empowering, supportive community online. And myself and Jim and everybody involved in the Transform My Life community is about that. Like there's enough fear and there's enough crazy stuff going on in the world. We want to create a place of love and support and empowerment where you always feel safe to share, where you always feel empowered, where you always feel inspired. And you know that there's a place you can go that people are going to support you, that people are going to empower you, that they're going to remind you of your greatness. So again, this is the right now, but life.com. tmllife.com is the full program, and it's really about how to transform your fear into action. So all of the tips I've been telling you about right now is exactly what we talk about in the program, but at length. It's really incredible. And the question about the event says, is the event free of charge? Yep, completely free. We literally were like, we do these every month. So if you sign up for 1 month, we'll be able to tell you about next month. And we have some really incredible speakers and performers that will be at following events. But again, this event is completely free of charge. The program is a paid program, but it is absolutely worth it. And we put it at a really incredible, affordable price. And everybody that's gone through it has literally said that it has been one of the most profound things they've been through because they've been able to do things they never thought they could, right? It's all about taking those fears that we all have them, and we're all going to continue to have them because we're human and that's part of life. Fears are going to come up, insecurities are going to come up, self-doubt is going to come up, but what matters is what we do with it, right? That there's powerful, practical ways to transform those fears and turn them into action, turn them into freedom. And that as humans, one of the greatest gifts we have, like Jim said, is the power of choice. That every day we have the power to choose. We can choose to stay where we are and keep doing the same things, or we can choose to learn how to transform our energy, transform our fears, transform our insecurities, and create a whole different life experience, that one that is more supportive, more empowering, where we focus on all the possibilities and opportunities in the world rather than anything else. So I just want to send so much love to all of you guys here. Like, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up in the world in a way where you say, you know what, just like Jim and I talked about, I'm going to unlearn all the things that I got programmed with by people who didn't know any better. You know, because we've been taught all of these things about limitations and about all these different things. And if you guys didn't see it, I'm actually in a new film called Superhuman, superhumanfilm.com, where we challenge all of those beliefs. We challenge all those limitations. And you can see me firsthand do things that blew my mind, like literally blew my mind. Things like remote viewing and even telekinesis, and so many more experiences that are really incredible. And these things are actually possible. And if I wouldn't have fully lived them, I don't know that I would have even believed it. I would have been like, are you serious? So what's so important is just to always remember that, like Jim said, we put the limitations on ourselves because we believe things that maybe aren't true, that maybe we've been told things that actually aren't full truth, and we get to decide what's actually possible. But we have to ask the right questions, right? So the quality of questions determine the quality of your life. And something we talk about at length in the TML Life Transform My Life program, as well as we'll be talking a lot at the free event that we're doing August 12th. And my partner Henry Amar is on here right now. You guys, he's so incredible. Dilbert says, where do I go on August 12th? So if you sign up for the event, we'll send you an email that will send you the link to join. So make sure you sign up and check your email so you get the link to join the free event. And so many people from around the world are like, yes, I'm in. So everybody that's here that's been so supportive and so empowering and so incredible, we'll be able to see each other again and continue to create this empowering community together, right? That just like we said, if you share this one thing with a friend and that event or that podcast or that video empowers them in a way that they light up, and then they want to share that and go light up somebody else, that we can literally light up the entire world. But it starts with us. It starts with us being brave enough to say, like, I will not believe old stories, old lies. I forgot the acronym that Jim said, but that limitations were a lie that we started entertaining, right? That a limitation is exactly that. It was a lie or a mistruth that we started entertaining. And what if we could ask a different question and disrupt that and believe something that's going to empower us, believe something that's going to inspire us rather than anything else. And the link, someone says, is the link in your bio? It says yes. So just go to my bio, and or you can swipe up at any of my stories, and the link to the free event will be there. And again, we have Jim Kwik. We have an incredible music performance. We have Henry Amar, who's on the live right now. We have Beautiful Minds. And Marina, who is the founder of Beautiful Minds. It's going to be such an incredible event. So definitely sign up, share it with your friends. We only have 2 days left, you guys. So if you could help us out, and just share it with anybody you think might need to be there, because you could literally change their whole experience, right? And some of these things we've talked about, of being careful what you choose to believe, because what you believe becomes who you are. And also all of the things that we talked about of who am I being in this moment. Jim shared something so powerful with us of all I need to focus on is this question, this challenge that we came up with in this live is not what do I need to do, but who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experience that I want to create, right? So if we can just ask that one question on a regular basis throughout the day and check in with each other, message somebody on here, be like, hey, you're checking in, how you doing? How can I support you? Because when we give of ourselves as well, when we help somebody else, when we lift them up, it lifts us up. So just always asking that question, who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences I want to create? And guess what? Even in that question, right? If I ask that question, who do I need to be? If something comes up in me, I'm like, I need to be a person that is love. Then all I got to go do is check in with somebody, send some love, maybe message a friend, message somebody and share some love. Then all of a sudden I'm experiencing this love, because what we give, whatever we give to the world is exactly what I get back in return. So if you're ever feeling lonely, if you're feeling sad, or feeling anything that you want to feel, right? If I want to feel more love, all I got to go do is go give love, and I will start to experience that. If I'm feeling fear even, guess what? If I go do an act of courage, I will feel more confident. So it's just always checking in and being like, who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences I want to create? And in the beingness, the doing will take care of itself. And how freaking cool is that? Like, how cool is that? I don't know if you guys get as lit up about that as me, but I do. Because there's so many things, you guys. There's so many powerful, practical things that we can learn or unlearn, like we talked about with Jim Kwik, that literally transform our entire life experience. That there's always this place of where we are now and where we want to be. And my partner Henry and I are really passionate about helping people get through that gap. That everything we put out, from the Transform My Life program to these free events that we're doing, is all about helping people get past that gap. Because have you ever felt those experiences where you feel super inspired, super motivated, and you're like, yes, I could do anything. And then something happens and you lose it, or you feel scared, or you feel afraid. And then all of a sudden you don't do what you set out to do. That's exactly why we created the Transform My Life program, and all of the free events that we do is to help people blast through that gap so that they transform that fear and turn it into action. And there's so many powerful practical things that you can do. Everything that we teach in the program, as well as at the live experiences, it's not just about inspiration. It's literally about transformation, learning powerful practical things that you can actually do and or be that change your whole experience. Because inspiration is awesome, but it only gets us so far. What really makes a difference is transformation, right? So, and Ricky that's on here and everybody that's joining is saying so much fun. That growth and transformation should be fun. Literally, you know, Henry and I, when we created the Transform My Life program and all these free events, we set out because we're like, this personal growth and life transformation should be fun. And we want to make it as fun as possible. And I love that DK Forex says, who do you want to be to create the life experience you want to be? Exactly. What kind of person do I want to be in this moment, right? So if you have a health goal or a relationship goal or a financial goal, who do you need to be in this moment to start to create those experiences? And if you just tune in, take a breath, ask that question, like, you'll get answers. Like Jim said, our brain is one of the most incredible technologies in the whole world, like in the whole world. And we have a ton of technologies right now that are pretty freaking awesome. So to understand that you have the most powerful technology in the world, and you have it, like you have it. And guess what? Yours is uniquely yours and is incredible because of that. So never forget that not only your brain, but also your body is literally this incredible technology, this incredible intelligence even that you've been given, and you have everything you need inside of you to be the incredible, magnificent you that there is, right? If you look at an apple tree, what did that apple tree come from? It came from a seed, like a teeny tiny seed. And in that seed, it had everything it needed to be this incredible apple tree. And it doesn't question itself. It doesn't like be like, oh, I don't know who I am, or maybe I need somebody else's help to help me get there. It's like, no, that seed has everything it needs, but it's living in this knowingness. And it's not believing the lies that maybe we sometimes end up believing. It's just being in its incredible beingness. And in that beingness of itself being this incredible apple tree, and again, I'm using this as a metaphor, it lights up others as well. And we have that same exact thing with us. So just know that you have so much greatness, so much magnificence even in you. And you have everything you need to be that. All we have to do is literally unlearn some of the lies and or the mistruths that we've been told, and to have compassion for everybody who ever told us it, because you only know what you know, right? I don't know what I don't know yet. And so I can continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to unlearn because whoever taught it to me maybe just didn't know what they didn't know, and they hadn't unlearned the different things they needed to unlearn yet. So I hope this lights you guys up. I don't know, it's lit me up. I'm so excited about this challenge that we're doing. Again, it's the question, who do I need to be in this moment, every now new moment, to create the life experiences I want to create in the world? That's it. And then absolutely be at our event, August 12th, 4 p.m. PST. We have Jim Kwik speaking. We've got Henry Amar, who'll be there as well. We have me, we have Beautiful Minds, and we have an incredible live music performance that's going to rock your world. So excited. Again, you guys just click the link in my bio and or just go to any of the stories and swipe up. And if you want the full program as well, it's just tmllife.com. And everybody who signs up for the event, again, you'll get an email, so you'll know exactly where to go for the event. And it's going to be freaking awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please let us know, myself and or Henry Amar, if you have any questions. And to anybody that's like, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. We can't wait either. Again, we only have like one day left because it's on Wednesday. So today's Monday. We got Tuesday, events on Wednesday. So please, like, this is going to be so incredible. And if it inspires you, please share it with someone you think might need to hear about it. Because again, just by you sharing it with them and them attending, both your life and their life could be incredibly enhanced, you know, and maybe never even be the same again in the most beautiful way. And again, there's a lot of fear out there. There's a lot of stuff going on. And we don't need any more of that. We need more love. We need more light. We need more people like you say, you know what, I'm going to be a light in this world. I'm going to light people up. I'm going to live full out so that I inspire others to live full out. And I'm going to share anything that inspires me so that I can go inspire other people, because it's this ripple effect, right? You get inspired, you go inspire, and then somebody else inspires somebody else, and somebody else inspires somebody else. And that's how we create this beautiful shift. And I don't know about you guys, but I think the world needs that more than ever right now. The more you shine your light unapologetically, you say, I'm going to be fully me, no matter what that is, because what makes you great, what literally makes you so great, is your unique self. And maybe those things that make you so unique, somebody told you a long time ago was weird or different or not okay. But guess what? That's what makes you you. And just like Jim said, Jim got told he had a broken brain when he was a young kid. Could you imagine if he believed that lie? We would never know all of the incredible books, the podcasts, the videos that Jim has created in the world that has literally changed probably millions of people's lives. And so you have that same thing. All of us do. And just go through your life experience and say, like, am I believing a lie that somebody told me years ago that actually is maybe one of my biggest superpowers, my most incredible gifts? Like, what makes me uniquely me? Like, I've gotten told in my life so much that, like, different things. Like, actually, when I was growing up, I wasn't the best dancer. Like, I wasn't. And I wanted to be good so bad that it made me work so hard. And now I've literally starred and lead in several dance films, Center Stage and Bring It On, and gone on to do incredible films and TV shows that people told me were literally impossible. Like, literally, people laughed in my face. People told me I was crazy. Could you imagine if I would have believed those lies? I would have never been able to have done any of the films that I've done, and or be standing in front of you here speaking as I'm speaking today, and or the creation of Transform My Life or these free live events that we're doing. So just question things, question the things that people tell you, and be really careful about what you believe, because what you believe literally becomes who you are. It's so powerful, so powerful. Don't believe everything you hear. Just question it, and learning to ask quality questions, again, because the quality of our life depends on the quality of our questions that we ask ourselves. So if I'm asking bad questions, I'm going to get that in return, right? If I'm asking, oh my gosh, why am I so stupid, or why am I so ugly? Those are questions that are going to lead to answers that are going to be very disempowering, but my brain's going to answer them. So if I ask the question, okay, again, this question that we've been asking, who do I need to be right now to create the life experiences I want to create in the world? That's a powerful question that's going to lead to empowerment and inspiration and love and laughter and joy, and transformation even. So just really be careful. Like, just check in today. Just do an exercise today. Let me know if you're in. Again, second challenge. It goes along with the first one though. Just checking in. Be like, what are the questions I ask myself on a regular basis? And checking in and saying, like, are these questions quality questions? Or could I upgrade them to more quality questions that will create a more quality life experience, right? And one of my favorite quality questions is, who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences that I want to create? And I feel like you could even, I'm going to do, if anybody wants to join me, please do. Put it in a reminder on your phone. So literally you can go to the reminder app and put reminders that pop up on your phone that say that question, who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences I want to create? And you can set an alarm so it goes off every hour. And how cool is that we could all do this together? So in your phone, this right after, and JC Levez says this hits hard. I hope that's a good hard, and that we all do this. Putting that question in your phone as a reminder. Let me know if you're in to do this. I'm going to do it, and it's going to be, I know that it'll be so helpful for me, because if we ask that question every hour, if that went off as an alarm, right? How powerful would that be? And this is a challenge that is very similar to a lot of the challenges that we put in the Transform My Life program. That again, they're really like fun challenges that really make a huge difference in our whole life experience. So who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences I want to create? Put it as a reminder on your phone, and you can set off a timer so it goes off every hour. And how freaking cool would that be? Imagine yourself in a moment where you're like really frustrated or stressed out or sad about something, and that alarm goes off. How powerful will that be? right? And Henry's like, let's go. Shayna says, I'm in. DK says, done already. You guys are freaking awesome. I'm so excited about this. And Alex says, love you, babe. Sending so much love right back. For everybody that's in for this challenge, again, so stoked. And we can absolutely, again, share that with a friend and be like, hey, I'm going to do this challenge that Rachel just told me about. And it's just putting this question as a reminder in my phone and have it go off every hour. Like, how freaking cool that in that one moment of even sharing that concept, you could literally help change somebody's whole life. And I hope that you invite them, for people who are just tuning in, our event on August 12th, 4 p.m. PST, totally free event. Jim Kwik is teaching. We got Henry Amar, we got myself, we got Beautiful Minds, and we have an incredible music performance. So please do not miss this free event. Again, we're going to be doing these every month. And also you can win. We're going to have a lucky winner that's going to win free products from Neurohacker and also Purity Coffee, which have been so incredibly helpful in my life that have really helped me upgrade my wellness and my mental health as well. So absolutely that we're going to be giving away some really cool gifts as well from some of our favorite brands that are very in line with this same mission. So again, if you guys have questions about the event, please let me know. I'm going to hop off now. But I'm just so excited. Again, let us know how you're doing as well. We have a private Facebook group. And we can do these challenges plus so much more. Like these challenges I came up with right now are just on the spot, but we also have like a whole 30-day challenge that you can do that are very similar of these concepts in the Transform My Life program. Nick says you're sparkling like my Pepsi. I love that so much. Thank you so much for that comment, made me laugh. And again, you guys, don't underestimate the power of fun. You know, like the transformation can be fun, and it can be so much fun, actually. It can be some hard work and can like bring up some emotions, but it doesn't have to be boring, and you don't have to do it alone. You know, that this really can be a fun process. And that's really our mission with the whole Transform My Life movement, to make transformation and personal growth a really fun thing to do where you feel supported and empowered. And I'm not saying you're not going to go through some stuff, because emotions come up. You're going to have to process some things. But imagine how freeing it would be if you could go through all of the different things that you've been told that might have been lies that somebody told you and that you might have been believing. And you can totally change that by asking a different question. And so, yeah, thank you so much, Shadis. It's very inspiring speech. Thank you. I feel so passionate about this, guys. Because I wouldn't be here. Like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have starred in any of the films that I've starred in. And if I would have believed those lies, I just wouldn't. Like, and I have a new film that just came out called Superhuman. I have a new film that's coming out called The Method. I have another new film coming out called The Last Exorcist. I have another film coming out called Be the Light. Like, I have 4, 5 films coming out. And that's something that, like, I just, you know, I feel so incredibly grateful for. And I just want you guys to know that I would not be here. I would not be in any of those films. I would not have any of the experiences that I have if I wouldn't have questioned the lies that I got told when I was younger, that it wasn't possible, that I wasn't good enough. And those are just, they're mistruths. And if we don't question them, we fall into that trap. So question everything. Quality questions equals a quality life. I feel like this has been so much fun, guys. I'm having a hard time even getting off, but I gotta go. So again, so much love. If you want the full program, tmllife.com. And somebody says, I want to be an actress, please help me. So I get a lot of questions from actors being like, what would you recommend? Like, how can I get started? And 100%, like the Transform My Life program, because everything about being an actor or a performer has to do with confidence and mindset, because you're dealing with constant rejection. You're dealing with constant, you know, self-doubt and fear that comes up. So if you are anybody that is interested in performing or acting or singing, any sort of performance or entrepreneurship in a career where you have to put yourself out there all the time, this program and all our free events are absolutely 100% one of the most beneficial things you could do, because all we're talking about is mastering your mind, you know, and being able to shift your focus to things that are going to empower you, learning how to flip your fear, learning how to change your emotional states of being so they empower you. You know, it's so all of these principles apply to pretty much anything you want to go after in life, but especially if you are a performer or an entrepreneur, or you have any sort of career where you're constantly putting yourself out there, because it gets really scary. And there's a lot of fear that comes up. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of challenges that come up. I mean, guys, I've been devastated before. I got so close to getting massive, massive films that would have, you know, completely changed my whole life. I got so close, and then I didn't get it. Like, and I was devastated, like couldn't get out of bed, cried myself to sleep every night. And imagine if I would have stayed in that state. Imagine if I would have believed the lie that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't talented enough. I would have stayed in that state, and I wouldn't have been able to continue to do what I love, and that is acting and performing and speaking. But if I learned exactly what we teach in the program, how to flip my fear, how to transform my fear into action, then I'll be able to take that experience. And yes, I'm going to feel devastated for a little bit. Yes, I'm going to feel sad, but I can flip it. You know, like I can learn how to flip it so that I'm continually moving forward. I'm continually doing the thing that I love, and I'm not held back by all the things that used to hold me back. So again, if anybody is interested in doing really anything in the world that maybe scares them a little bit, 100% this program is for you, and it's something that's just going to help you as you go through and move through life, because every chapter of life requires a new version of you, right? We're always going to be growing and evolving. And if we stop learning, if we stop growing, if we're like, oh, I'm done with school, I don't want to learn anymore, then like, good luck progressing in life, because we're always going to have more challenges. We're always going to, we always going to need to grow. And I love this quote of like, real knowledge is this understanding that, you know, we really know nothing. And there's been so many times in life when, in fact, just the other day, I was at an intensive and I'm like, gosh, I feel like I know some stuff. I feel like I'm doing pretty good in life. And then your world gets rocked and you're like, wait, I feel like I know nothing. Like, I feel like I know nothing. And what's so powerful about that understanding is that when we're in that state of being, we're open to different, we're open to learning, we're open to growth. So it's just always about staying open-minded, you know, this constant quest for more knowledge and more growth, and even unlearning all of the myths, mistruths and or lies that we were told, so that we can really move forward in life rather than be held back. Henry Amar, I love you. He's like, I love this. I love you, Rich. Thank you for showing up and being open. Henry's been one of my best friends for a really long time. He's like one of the first friends I had when I moved to LA. And if it wasn't for Henry, if it wasn't for friends like him, wouldn't be here today, wouldn't be in any of the films, wouldn't have my dream relationship that I have now. And I'm just so, so, so grateful for him. So thank you, Henry, for showing up in the way that you do, so that you could light me up to be able to do the things that I'm doing now. So I gotta go, guys, but sending so much love. Please share this with your friends and anybody that might need to be there. We're so excited to see you. August 12th, 4 p.m. PST. Link is in my bio. It's completely free, and it's going to be really transformative. Again, not just inspiring. We're going to inspire you, but it's going to be a whole lot more than that. We're going to give you powerful, practical tools so that you can take that into your world and transform fear into freedom, into action, and to be able to create the life experience that you really want to create. You know, this experience where you feel free, where you feel like, you know what, no matter what happens, no matter what challenge, no matter what thing is said to me, I can move through it. I can transform it, and I can continue to move forward in the world in a way that supports people, that empowers people, that lights other people up. Because the more you're lit up, the more you're going to be able to light other people up. And they're going to light other people up. And it's this ripple effect that the world needs so bad right now. Again, so much love, guys. I hope you can feel this from my heart to your heart. There's so much greatness in you. So much greatness in you. You just got to unlock it. And we're here to help you do that. So if you want to be with us, like, just go all in, play full out. Don't forget to do the challenge. We put that reminder on your phone. Who do I need to be in this moment to create the life experiences I want to create in the world? Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.